Um, so I'm not a musician, at least not in the strictest sense. I'm a research scientist, and at some given point in the past, I was studying the underlying mechanism that governs the fundamental nature of humor, primarily comedy or stand-up comedy, and I got into the subfields or subsets of linguistics, phonetics, phonology, morphology, syntax, semantics, pragmatics, applied linguistics, sociolinguistics, psycholinguistics, and the philosophical aspect of linguistics. My primary emphasis was phonetics, articulatory phonetics, acoustic phonetics, and auditory phonetics, and primary phonology, things like intonation, inflection, cadence, and tonal modulation in linguistics, because I was studying humor. What aspect of in semantics, ambiguity, in specifically literary devices, figurative and rhetorical devices, and we know rhetorical devices is the power of persuasion. Things like irony, sarcasm, condescension, and I was studying tonality, humor, you know, because I love comedy, I love stand-up comedy, and I had this deep-seated infatuation for humor, the phonological features of humor, a literal statement, but the contrasted interpretation derived from the tonal features of a sarcastic statement. It's literal, but from a cognitive neuroscientific perspective, the brain interprets, my apology, a literal statement with this polarity. So I was studying tonality in linguistics. And while studying tonality, if you get into phonetics and phonology in linguistics, the physics of sound is inevitable. And from a research scientist perspective, I felt like I was doing myself an injustice because I had no understanding of music. I had no knowledge of music. So here I am speaking on the physics of sound. What is sound? What causes sound? Why do we hear sound? Why sound is a collision of air molecules? Why does, when sound propagates in nature, why does it have amplitude? Why does it have frequency? Why does it have velocity? Why does it have acceleration? Why does it have momentum? Why does sound have momentum? What is the distinction? What is the disparity? What is the correlation? Are there any sort of coordinates between frequency and amplitude? Why is amplitude loud and frequency may be soft, but yet frequency is a higher pitch? What is a pitch? What is octave? And so from a research scientist perspective, I battled with the conundrum of, I felt obligated to learn music. I had to learn music because I felt like to truly encapsulate a phenomenon as a whole, you have to embrace every facet of its enigma. So I didn't just want to understand sound from a linguistics perspective or just have a deep-seated understanding of sound from a physics perspective. I need to understand music. I need to understand how to write, how to compose, how to arrange, how to transcribe, how to read sheet music, I have to study music. I have to study every facet of music. And initially, it was a hobby, but then it slowly and gradually emanated and germinated into this sort of artistic infatuation. And so I feel like I've embodied or encompassed every facet of sound, not just from a linguistic perspective or for physics perspective, but from a music perspective, because the physics of sound has absolutely nothing to do with the musical aspect of sound, because the musical aspect of sound deals with chromatic scales, diatonic scales, pentatonic scales, chord construction, how chords are constructed. To me, that's intriguing. A major chord, a minor, a diminished, an augmented, a sus4, a sus2. Why a sus chord has that has, and as us too, has this lucid, dreamlike, astral feel to it, you know. And one of my infatuation was psychophysics, you the correlation between physical stimulation and mental phenomena. And so as I got into music, so I'm not a musician in the strictest sense. I'm a research scientist who got into music to understand music from another perspective. There's another way of articulation. Music is a very distinct articulation of sound. Linguistics is sound articulated through human communication. Music is sound articulated through symphony. Although linguistics is also, language is also symphony as well, but it's a different kind. And with studying music now, I got into composing, arranging, transposing, transcribing. Primarily, I got into Chet Atkins, Stormy Emanuel, Andy McKee, Don Ross, Doc Watson, all the big boys, the heavy duty guys, That my whole point for saying this is today I wanna discuss composing and arranging music. I'm not charging for this. This is my reciprocity. I feel like I've been blessed with a number of different abilities, stuff like diligence, perseverance, tenacity, and I'd like to render that reciprocity back, artistic reciprocity back to individuals who seeking to grasp a fundamental understanding of music, and they may not be enough in the financial predicament to afford those desires. So I want to discuss composing and arranging music, primarily, specifically arranging music, arrangement, musical arrangement, and a primary emphasis is going to be placed on bassline, melody, and harmony. And one particular, and I write, compose, I arrange, I transpose, I transcribe music by ear. So I could transpose from one key to another. I could arrange by ear. I could arrange through tabs or sheet music. I can also arrange again, I'm not a professional. I'm not an expert. I'm an amateur at best. And I'm not a musician in the strictest sense. I'm more of like a hobbyist, or more of like a research scientist approach to music. And I want to arrange a song and discuss three fundamental elements, building blocks of an arrangement, and that's primarily bassline, melody, harmony. Percussion, I'll exclude percussion from the equation because percussion and things like polyrhythm and syncopation is a little more intricate. But there's a song by Air Supply. I believe the song is called I'm All Out of Love. I'm not certain if that's the title. And I'd like to play my arrangement of the song. And I'd like to discuss bassline, melody, and harmony. So let's begin. How do I look? This is one unprofessional video. Oh my God. I'm like the worst person to discuss music. So, All Out of Love. Is that the name of the song? For clarification, please accept my apology. Temporary interruption. All Out of Love. Okay. Yeah, Air Supply, All Out of Love. So let's try this. Okay, so here we go. No, no, let's start again. Error. What the hell are you doing? Okay, so let's start. Air supply all over the block. You see that? This is not good. This is not good. This is not good. This is such a bad rendition. Let's start over. I love it. I love it. So, I don't care if I make mistakes. I'm not a professional or expert musician. I'm not trying to sell a tutorial. So, this is the bass line. You hear that? So this is like the melody. You know, try not to learn visually, but try to learn auditorily. I apologize. Try to learn by listening, but not by looking. So hence the reason I'm not showing you the fretboard. I want you to listen, not look, and not try to decipher or articulate or put into perspective. Just listen. Okay? So that's bass line. Bass line. That's melody. You see that? Bass line, melody, harmony. Dum 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 dum. That's melody. Melody is equivalent to harmony. What am I saying? What am I saying? What am I saying? I apologize. Bass line, melody, harmony. You heard that? Da, 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 da. So harmony is like a sequence or a succession of harmonious sound or symphony. Melodies simultaneously the same. Right? So we have bass line, and this is harmony. Doom, 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 doom. Melody. Harmony. Harmony. See that? You see that? Basic. See that? Beautiful. That's harmony, baseline harmony. See that? That's melody, harmony. Harmony. And we start the chorus with the open E. Bass line. Harmony. So we have bass line. And then we have harmony. Bass line. Why do I keep using bass, harmony, and melody interchangeably? This is one in music. This has to be the most musically incoherent video you will ever see in your entire life as a musician. So just extract the best you can get out of this, please. So that's the melody. You see? Harmony. So that's harmony and bass line. Let's try again. Bass line, melody, harmony. Bass line, melody, and you end with harmony. So harmony is like the milk and milkshake. Harmony fills the song. It gives the song body. It gives the song meat. Harmony is like I can't come up conjure up a precise, an exact or relevant metaphor and analogy. But harmony fills the song. It moves the song. It gives the song body. Harmony is like a vessel that carries the product. The bass line is the vessel that carries the product. But I feel like harmony is all the parts that put the vessels together. It embodies, it moves, it carries. Like, let's listen. So harmony kind of carries the song. It moves it. It's like a wave, a sequence, a chain of sequential consonants. You know, it's a symphonious consonants. I think I'm trying too hard. You see that? harmony seems like, to me, from a non-musician perspective, harmony feels like the quintessential characteristics of or personality of the way a sound move. Right? So bassline carries it. Percussion, bassline and percussion is like the fundamental, but harmony, it's difficult to articulate harmony. Harmony is like the quintessential of the strong characteristics personified or anthropomorphized musically, whatever that means. So because here my point for saying this is this. That's harmony. And harmony is like the subtle nuances in the song that you very seldom hear. It's like the subtle nuances, it's a delicate musical nuances that move the song, right? In between the bass line and the melody that you very seldom hear. But it gives a song its very peculiar characteristics. And I'm saying it because here's an example. That's the harmony. That's a hybrid. It's a mixture of harmony and melody. Is it? So you see the harmony? The harmony is what moves the song now to the chord. You see that? So you have that little moving, that vertical, descending, cascading harmony before the song propagates into the second part. You see that? So you see, you have to have that before the song goes into the second part, before you hear the chorus. So we're not going to get into the bridge and all that. So that's basically it. If you're arranging music, you have to take bass line. You want to defrag with a computer term. I'll use a computer metaphor or analogy. I call it defragmentation of a song, or fragmentation. I use both terms interchangeably. You know, it's a computer metaphor. And the analogy is you want to break the song down on its most fundamental, minuscule level, and then you want to restructure it, rebuild it from scratch. And you have to take bass line into consideration, melody, harmony. Percussion is a different subject. Let's say percussion may apply to a song, let's say like Celebration. See? You see? Percussion applies to more upbeat songs. Forget that. So yeah, that's it. I hope I was helpful.